Yo, what it do? It's your boy J. Lou, and you guys are just in time for something new. Alright, now in this video, I wanted to do something different, you know what I'm saying? Now, most guys are probably not familiar with videos like this, you know what I'm saying? But on YouTube, there's a tag called Get Ready With Me, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, with Valentine's coming up, I just figured I wanted to give some advice in regards to making sure that you prepared, you know, because I know a lot of dudes be trying to get waves and trying to make sure that they can get a girl. But to be honest, in 2018, if you depended on your waves to get you a girl, then you living in the past, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have more than that. So I figured I'd make a video, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. I'm about to go from a bum to a boss, and I'm gonna show y'all what I do, how to get prepared for Valentine's Day, as well as give some tips and everything like that to keep in mind when the actual day comes. So I'm about to show you how I'm gonna get ready, you know what I'm saying? Whether if you have a wife, whether if you have a girlfriend, or whether if it's just simply a girl you trying to impress, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get y'all right just in time. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so as you guys can see, your boy J. Lou is woofing, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I wanted to point out is I also been stressed, so my hair has been like taking a real bad hit. And on this woof, my hair just, it feels like it's become straighter rather than curly. So I'm about to chop this hair down, make sure my waves is looking right. And me personally, whenever I have an important date or event coming up, I try to cut my hair at least 4 to 5 days before that actual event. Because sometimes if you get a haircut and it's not right, that allows your hair to kind of fill in a little bit. But at the same time, after like the 4th or 5th day after I've got my hair cut, my waves just look the best they can, you know what I'm saying? It's like my hair is looking super healthy just because I've been brushing the natural oils from the fresh cut and everything like that. So my hair is super, I'm talking about dumb shiny and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I try to do before an event, is try to cut at least maybe 4 or 5 days before. So with that being said, that's what I'm about to do. Alright, so I'm back from giving myself a cut and a lineup and everything like that. As you guys can see, I also trimmed up my beard and my face and everything just to make sure that it's looking crispy and looking clean. Now fellas, it is perfectly fine and it is highly recommended that you go to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? You at least want to have a crispy lineup even if you don't get a haircut on Valentine's Day. Because when you go out, you want to make sure that you're looking good for your lady and everything like that. The next thing I want to focus on is your dress code. Now when it comes to what you should wear on Valentine's Day, typically you want to wear something that's above your normal dress code, you know what I'm saying? But as a guy, one of the things that guys sometimes fail to realize is you never want to look way better than your girl, you know, because once you get ready and you meet up with your girl or whatever the case is, and she feels that her dress code is not matching yours, she's gonna feel some type of way about that, you know what I'm saying? So as a guy, what I recommend you doing is you basically talk to her. Make sure you take the initiative, take that lead and everything like that, because most women typically like that. Unless you're dealing with a woman that is very aggressive, police don't back down, you probably shouldn't want to be taking a girl like that on Valentine's Day and everything, you know what I'm saying? But most women typically prefer when a man takes the lead on a situation. It's perfectly fine and okay just to say, hey,
on Valentine's Day, this is something that I'm wearing. What do you plan on wearing?
Open up the conversation. She wants to see if you're thinking about it. One little thing that a lot of guys fail to realize is when you take that kind of step, it turns women on. It makes women feel like,
man, this guy is actually going on his way. He's thinking about this stuff.
And me personally, I've never met a woman that doesn't respect or like a man that actually takes the time to plan things out, you know what I'm saying? So initiate the conversation. That's gonna at least show her that you're thinking about it. You're actually trying to make an effort when it comes to Valentine's Day, because you don't want to just show up with just a card and some flowers and everything like that. Most of these girls nowadays, it's 2018, man. Most of them are saying,
man, I don't want flowers on Valentine's Day because it's expected.
They looking for flowers on a Tuesday whenever you're not even thinking about Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know sometimes when you forget about it and you on your way home, you try to pick something up and then you wonder why your girl isn't really feeling it, because women can tell whenever you pick something up at the last minute, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind with the dress code. You want to at least initiate the conversation. Now me personally, I believe that every guy should have at least 1 or 2 really nice suits that not only look good but they actually fit. You want a suit that when you put it on, it actually highlights your frame and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? You don't want a suit jacket that's like all scrunched up and all over the place. If you don't have something like that, it is perfectly fine and okay just to wear a tie or even just a nice polo, you know what I'm saying? You at least, like I said, you want to dress better than you normally do and make sure you match her style. Now for me, your boy J. Lou, I'm gonna show y'all what I plan on wearing for Valentine's Day. So y'all come follow me over to my closet. I'm gonna show y'all what I plan on wearing and give y'all some more tips. As you guys can see in my closet, for me personally, on Valentine's Day, it's always good to go with a black suit because you can always wear a black suit with a white shirt or a red shirt or whatever, and you can always get any different color tie and everything like that. So for me, what I'm going to be doing, I know my different suits. I know which suits fit me very well and everything like that. And on Valentine's Day, I want something that's gonna look fitted. And this one right here is my suit that fits really, really well. It's like this is a fitted one. And when it comes to considering your t-shirt, what I prefer doing is just taking a really nice button down. You know, as you can see, I got this from ASOS. Online shopping allows you to be able to find very great deals on nice shirts to where you can stick within your budget, but make sure you look presentable. One thing I like about ASOS is the fact that their clothes are very fitted. It's like a European style clothing line, and it's similar to H&M, but at the same time, I just kind of like ASOS style a little bit more, you know? So one thing you always want to make sure that you do is you iron your clothes. Now for me, I personally put them in the cleaners, but that's one thing you also want to take in consideration. The reason why I'm saying this is because women notice the details. If you with a girl and she don't notice that kind of stuff, she don't notice that you actually put in effort, you may want to consider your options, you know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that your shirt is pressed and clean, because like I said, it just goes back to show that you actually took time out your day to plan everything out, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna actually put this stuff on and show y'all how it looks on me and give y'all some more tips. Alright, now let's get into some suit etiquette of how you should wear your suit. Most suit jackets come with either 3 or 2 buttons. You always want to button the top button whenever you have a suit jacket. Now, with my suit, I have 2 buttons, so I always want to button the bottom button as well. If you have a suit jacket that has 3 buttons, you don't want to button all 3. You only want to button the top 2. Now, when it comes to your suit sleeves, you want to make sure that they're past your shirt. If you need to tuck the sleeves in your shirt, feel free to do that, but make sure your sleeves on your suit are always past the sleeves in your shirt. Now, one reason why I like wearing suit jackets is because if I don't want to wear it, I can always take it off and throw it over my shoulders and everything like that. And it comes in handy if you want to just pass it off to your girl if she gets cold for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? But it's just very stylish in my personal opinion. Now, if you don't have a suit jacket, you can just rock it with the top and the pants and go on about your way, and I'm pretty sure you'll have an amazing time. Now, the last way to rock it is you can just rock it with a tie. I personally like ties. As you can see here, this is a slim tie. I've tied it with a half Windsor knot. I'll make sure I link that video above. And then if you really want to complete the look, throw on the jacket as well, you know what I'm saying? This will give you that clean look and that dapper appearance that will set you apart for the night. Even with this look, if you don't want to button it up, you can unbutton it. And always remember, before you sit down, you unbutton your suit jacket. If you don't, you might bust a button. Alright fellas, as you guys can see, I'm done and I'm finished with getting myself ready. Some last little things that you want to keep in mind before you step out is you always want to make sure you have some nice smelling cologne on, you know what I'm saying? This right here is some of my favorite cologne. This is the Brit by Burberry, you know what I'm saying? Now, this may be too early for some of you young boys, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up on Ludacris, and I remember he had one song where he was talking about smelling like Burberry cologne. Still riding chrome. You know what I'm saying? So I had to cop me some Burberry as I got older. But you want to just make sure you grab something that smells good, because most women love a good smelling man, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to walk out the house with just deodorant on. Take it another level above and make sure you get a nice smelling cologne. Now when it comes to the cologne, what you want to do is make sure you spray some on your neck, and at the same time, what I prefer doing is I spray some in this area of my arm as well as on my wrist. Now the main reason why I do that is the deodorant is going to take care of any odor that comes from underneath your arm, but most people don't realize is you will typically sweat in your elbow area as well as around your wrist and everything like that, and even sometimes around your neck. So you want to make sure that that stuff is covered up, and that's typically why people may spray it in those areas even though they don't even know the background behind it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I recommend doing when you use your cologne. Alright, so that's enough for the external. Most guys typically focus on the external and they miss the mark a lot of the times because they think it's about looking good, they think it's about smelling good, they think it's about having a lot of money, they think it's about having a fresh cut, they think it's about having a nice car or whatever, blah 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 blah. Women care about that stuff, but really when it comes to Valentine's Day or doing anything special, you want to focus on your mental, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure your mind is right. But when I call myself a Don, it's not just based off of the mafia and the Italian mob and all of this stuff. Now, if you do your research, one thing that you will find out is a Don is a very thorough man. What that simply means is back in the day, they used to refer to it as a Renaissance man, which means that a man is capable of being able to handle so many different things and be able to carry himself in different settings and things like that. That's one of the main reasons why I call myself a Don, simply because of the fact that I know how to handle myself in different situations. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that type of man on Valentine's Day. You want to be able to be confident, but at the same time, be sensitive enough to be able to pick up on the emotions or any signals that your woman is throwing out there. Most guys these days, they tend to confuse this as being a simp and everything like that. It's not being a simp. It's more so being aware of your surroundings and being able to control the situation if things do arise. Because if you are in a relationship, a woman desires a man that knows how to carry himself in almost any situation. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when it comes to Valentine's Day, you don't want to be thinking about sex. You know what I'm saying? They already know that's on the back of your mind. So get that out your mind. What you want to focus on is just making sure that she feels comfortable in the night. You know what I'm saying? When you go out, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you cultivate an environment where she feels at peace, where she feels relaxed, where she feels like she can open up and be able to express how she truly feels and everything like that. And I have to say this because a lot of guys tend to say,
"Oh man, you acting like a female, you all in your emotions and stuff like that."
But when it comes to Valentine's Day, these same dudes be all up in their emotions, but they don't refer to that. They just simply say,
"Oh man, I'm ready to get some." You know what I'm saying?
You want to put all those emotions and all of those thoughts outside of your mind and be able to focus on the moment. When you do that, that allows you to be able to control conversations. That allows you to be able to think clearly. And when you learn how to properly stimulate a woman's mind and be able to provide for her, she's going to feel a lot more comfortable in regards to other areas. Now, when it comes to the practical advice to this, that means when you go out, make sure you open her car door. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you pull the seat so she can sit down and everything like that. Take her to a very nice restaurant. You don't have to ball out of control. You know what I'm saying? Most women don't care about that as long as they know that the guy has taken the time out of their day to be able to plan out something that is very, very nice. Now, with that being said, fellas, it's a different day and age. You know what I'm saying? In 2018, some of these women are savages. You know what I'm saying? They only want to go out with you on Valentine's Day because they want you to spend all your money. You don't want to be like that. What you want to do is make sure you get with somebody that understands the situation and they appreciate all the things that you do, to where you don't have to go out and take her to a steakhouse or anything like that. You can bring her to a place where you feel comfortable, and at the same time, it's about what I said earlier. It is not about the physical surroundings and everything like that. It's more so having a mentality to where you can create an atmosphere of peace. And another thing that you really want to consider is conversation talking points. What that simply means is you want to be able to make sure that when you go out to dinner, you can talk about something, because women love to be stimulated intellectually. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're talking about and you just focused on,
"Man, at the end of the night, I hope I get laid."
Bro, getting laid should not be the goal. Now, for me personally, the meaning of Valentine's Day has gotten lost and everything like that, but Valentine's Day should be a day to where you just show your appreciation for the person that you love. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say sex should not be on your mind. At the same time, if it goes in that direction, it goes in that direction. Make sure you always protect yourself and make sure you always protect your partner. When it comes to women, me personally, I don't feel like I have to have a daughter or something like that to be able to understand that I should treat women well. If you're not mature enough to understand that every woman you come in contact with is somebody's daughter, eventually going to be somebody's mom, is somebody's niece, or whatever the case is, then you really need to examine yourself, because at the end of the day, women should be cherished. And me personally, I tend to refer to women as flowers. You know what I'm saying? You have to handle flowers with delicacy and care. When it comes to the flower analogy, when you water your flower and take care of your flower, eventually it'll bloom and blossom. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy J. Lou. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like down below. Now, if you want to, leave a comment about something that you would probably do on Valentine's Day, or even your plans. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's about being better men. It's a whole bunch of guys out there that's just being low down dirty dogs and they treating their women all wrong. But man, it's 2018 and it's time for the real dons and the real men to stand up and lead the way that they need to, you know? So it's your boy J. Lou, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Salute.